Good morning, class. Disc Ramsey here, and we're in week 3, and it's time for our video discussion. And this week, our topic is conflict resolution. And when you put a group of individuals together, at some point, someone is going to disagree. It's just not human nature for everyone to get along all of the time. And when you pull a group of individuals together to work on a project, you're going to have a variety of personalities coming from diverse backgrounds and varying skill levels and skill sets. So at one point, everyone is not going to agree with everyone else on the approach that should be taken on the project. In many instances, the disagreement might be harmless, but in other times it could cause some disruption to the flow of the project. And if it's left unmanaged, the disagreement could escalate and cause quite severe issues with the project deliverable. The role of the project manager is to identify when conflict is occurring and the degree that it's impacting the project. This could be, it could be reported to the project manager by a fellow team member, or in most cases, the project manager should become familiar with each individual's personality type and just how they prefer to work and in the environment. And with that, they should be able to detect when something is not right, when something is sort of out of sync with the team, and they should be able to identify that. And then they also need to determine if this conflict is a result of the phases of the project: forming, storming, norming, and then performing. In the forming team, when you're first assembling the group, yes, you're going to have some get to know people and kind of learn how each personality is going to fit together. Storming is when you actually kind of push people to their limits and see how far someone can actually go and test personal limits. And then when we get into the norming stage, you're accepting everyone's individuality, and that leads into performing, where they actually begin to work together well on the project. Conflict comes in two forms: functional and dysfunctional, and it's up to the project manager to determine if the conflict is functional, which means something positive could result from it, and if they want to let it flow through, or if they want to sort of add fuel to the fire and instigate something to get something to happen a little quicker. If it's dysfunctional, they need to determine how significant the problem is and the possible repercussions to the overall deliverable that will occur. Some causes of conflict could be someone avoiding a deliverable or something that they need to accomplish. It could be an unhealthy level of competition between members. You could have individuals that just don't work well together. There could be a communication breakdown, a workflow disruption, or in some cases the roles clearly aren't identified for each team member. Once the conflict has been identified, we need to get to the root cause. And that could be from many different situations, but the project manager needs to interact with each team member that's involved in the conflict and give each one a thorough opportunity to vent their frustrations, and then bring them and discuss what could be a potential outcome that they agree upon. And then they need to come together and agree upon how the situation is going to be resolved so that they can move forward and deliver a quality product. So that is this week on conflict resolution.